Just I'm summarizing all the points what you have said here. Only your point is off. Almost all the students are saying the correct point. What is the physics? What is the name of the chapter, sir? After this, I'll write the name. Physics. Here, write down. Physics is the study of the properties and nature of matter. See, why I'm saying now just loop it. Just forget your class 9th and 10th thing. Okay. Now start from here. Yeah, why I'm saying the properties and the nature of matter, because in physics we are going to discuss about the rigid body, that is the solid. We will also discuss about the liquid, that is the fluid mechanics. And we will also discuss about the gaseous thing, that is the kinetic theory of gases. Okay, so physics is the study of the properties and nature of matter. Second thing, the different forms of energy, the different forms of energy. Energy, that is what? That is the potential energy, that may be the kinetic energy, that may be the mechanical energy. All the things we'll discuss in detail about the energies. And also, I think you all have about this Einstein idea that E is equal to mc square. Okay, I think you all have heard this statement at least, that E is equal to what? mc square. It means what? The mass is converted into energy. Okay, and if let's suppose the liquid is flowing like this, then it must have, because the flow of the liquid, it has some kinetic energy. Okay, and if you have remembered about the pressure of the gas, what we will know about the pressure of the gas? That let's suppose if there's a container and the gaseous molecules are colliding with the walls, then they create the pressure. Okay, so definition is the different forms of energy and the ways in which matter and energy interact in the world around us. Okay, I think you all are aware of the definition of the physics. This is the points what I have written. What you have written here, just I have summarized here, that many of you are saying about the motion. I have taken here the motion, the different forms of energy. Okay, and if I'm saying that different forms of matter we are going to study, it means different forms of matter is what? That is the solid, liquid, and gas. So what we are going to discuss in detail. And it's my personal definition of the physics is what? That is the end explanation of all the science. That is the end explanation I'm saying. Why it is end? Because all the things, either the things that is in chemistry or that is in biology, anything, the end explanation is physics. At the end, if you see anything, ask anything with a bio student, he will say that this is because of this is because of this. And at the end, he will say that that is the law of the physics. That's why it is happening. Okay, so that is the definition of physics. Is sound energy, or what is sound? Yeah, sound is an energy. Sound is an energy. Okay, we are going to discuss in detail about the sound wave, string wave, all the things we are going to discuss in detail about that. No, for CBC, there's only one book sufficient, but from the regular course, we will follow the 3 books. Okay. You can see, you can follow from here also, but from the 1st June, sir, what is the book? Okay, now write down the heading. Now write down the heading, the chapter what we are starting here. That is mechanics. That is the mechanics. You can see, you know one thing, that is the, yes, around 20 to 30% of the JEE Advanced syllabus is only from the mechanics. And that is, you can see the most important topic of the entire syllabus. Because when we study about the electricity also, there's also the use of the mechanics. Okay. And in CBC course itself, our backbone will be strong if we understand just the 2 chapters. Okay, and here we are going to discuss about the 2 chapters. One is the motion, and other is the Newton's laws of motion. Okay, so in mechanics, there's a 2 part. One is the statics, and other is the dynamics. Can anyone say about what is statics and what is dynamics? Anyone have the idea that what is statics and what is dynamics? Anyone have idea what is statics, what is dynamics? Yeah, Mahendra.
So dynamics is something which study about motion.
About the motion in the mechanics. Not the motion, we can say motion as well as if the object is at rest also. We will also explain it in the mechanics part. Okay, state of motion. Static means rest, dynamic at motion. So first of all, write down the mechanics, about the definition of the mechanics, that it is the branch of physics. Okay, so it is the branch of physics which deals with the, just I'm writing one line, study of rest and motion. Okay, we can say the study of rest as well as motion, both the things are we are going to study in the mechanics part. Okay, and then the 2 form, that is the statics and the dynamics. Okay. About the definition of the statics, study of object at rest or we can say equilibrium. Now there's a one term, that is the equilibrium. What is the meaning of equilibrium? Meaning of equilibrium is what? That is the net force 0. Meaning of equilibrium is what? That is the net force that is equal to what? 0. So that the net force is equal to 0. Okay, and what is dynamics? What is dynamics? So that's the same thing, that the study of motion when the object is in motion. Okay, that the study of, write down about the dynamics. Study of motion of object. Okay, study of motion of object. And in this study, there's a two more part in the dynamics. One is the kinematics. One is the kinematics, and other is the kinetics. One is the kinematics, and other is the kinetics. Okay. See here, now understand what is the meaning of the kinematics and what is the meaning of the kinetics. Okay. See, Shadya, yeah, ask your doubt first. One, that's the, for all of you, that whenever anyone is asking the doubt, try to listen it very carefully. Okay, that is the meaning of the class. Okay, let's suppose there are 10 points, anyone is asking, some, all of you are asking, that the 10 points are clear to all of us. Okay, so that is the most important thing, that to listen the doubt of any of the student. You can make a Chaitanya separate column for the DBP in a single notebook for the time being of CBC. Now let's come on the topic as kinematics and kinetics. Let's suppose if you are kicking a ball, okay, or if you just throw anything, it performs path like this. Its path is like this. Okay. Or if you are just hitting a football, its also path is like this. Or let's suppose if you are hitting a cricket ball, what will happen? It against path is like this. Okay. Or if there's a grounded shot, let's suppose if someone is playing the grounded shot, it is what? So just ground, it forms as it moves in a straight path. Okay. So if anyone is saying, if let's suppose anyone is saying that if here the initial velocity is 10 meters per second, how much distance it has covered, what is its speed, what is its velocity at a different time, what is its acceleration, okay, at a particular time, how much distance it has covered, how much displacement it has covered, okay. And we are not discussing that who has kicked that football. Means what? Those who have kicked the football, we are not discussing about that. We are only discussing about what? That's the velocity, distance, displacement. It means what? We are not discussing about the cause of motion. That because of which the motion is caused, that we are not discussing here. That is known as what? That is we will study in the kinematics. Okay. And in kinetics, what we'll discuss. Okay, sir, we got this point, that in kinetics, we are going to study about the cause of motion also. Okay, that who is responsible for gaining that velocity, who is responsible for changing its direction, who is responsible for stopping that ball. Okay, so right here, study of motion in kinematics. That is what? Study of motion without considering cause of motion. Okay, that by which who is responsible for the cause of motion we are not going to study. That is not under the kinematics. Yeah, Akash asked you doubt. Yeah, Siddharth also asked you doubt. Can you explain once again kinematics? Yeah, I'll explain that. Yes, Siddharth, you can ask your doubt. Kinematics means what we are going to study about the motion without study of the cause, that who is responsible for starting the motion. Let's suppose if you are kicking the ball, okay, means you are responsible for that motion. But if we are not discussing about that motion, just we are discussing that whatever will be the initial velocity, whatever, how much distance it has covered before stopping, how much this, what is the velocity after t time, okay, in which we'll discuss and only about the speed, velocity, distance, displacement, without the study of the cause, that is under what? That is under kinematics. Okay, now what is the kinetics? That we will discuss here the cause as well as the effect. Effect means motion with cause. Write down here definition, that study of motion considering cause of motion. Considering cause of motion. Okay. Now I think this is clear to all of you that what is the difference between the kinematics and what is the difference between the kinetics. Clear? Now, first definition what I want, that can anyone explain that what is rest and what is motion? What is rest? What is motion? Can anyone explain that what is rest and what is motion? Rest means no displacement. Rest is the state in which velocity of a body is zero. Rest is a stationary. Rest is when there is no change in speed or distance. He explained it. Yeah. Yes, Siddiqui, you can explain. It's better if you write here. I'll read that. Continuous flow of object is called motion. Okay. 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 I have seen many of the answers. That is correct, but that is not the complete statement. Okay, why I'm saying? I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you one example. Yes, Shafik. Object is moving with respect to the surrounding in motion. With respect to its surrounding. Gagan is saying. Okay. Okay, I have seen the many of the answers. I think all of you have answered here. Some of the answer is correct here, but most of the answer is incomplete statement. That's the incomplete. See what I'm giving you one example. Okay. And then you have to tell either that it is at rest or in motion. Suppose here is a driver seat, and here's one more sheet, and two person are here. Let's suppose one is the driver. Okay. Now let's see here. Now please see here. Let's suppose first one is that is the, you can take any A and B. Let's suppose this is A, this one is B, and this car is moving with 10 meters per second. Okay. And here's one more person which is sitting on the road. Okay, it's like this. Okay, and this is C. Tell me one thing. See here. Here A is at rest. A is in. A is at with respect to B. A is dash with respect to C. You have to write here the answer with respect to both with respect to B and with respect to C. It is in motion or it is at rest. Now I think answer of all of students are here. Almost all are correct. Almost all are correct here. That here A is at rest with respect to B, and A is in motion with respect to C. Why it is? See here, most of you are giving the correct answer. Let's just write down the definition. Let's try to understand what is the definition, exact definition of the rest. It means what? Whenever we are saying something is at rest or something is in motion, first we have to decide that with respect to whom you are asking. Okay, if let's suppose if someone is going from here to here, we are saying that it is in motion. No, it is not the correct statement. Yeah, you have to say first that about which you are asking. Okay. Yeah, Shukrit, you can ask your doubt.
Sir, it's with respect to the speed.
That doesn't mean with respect to speed. Let's suppose if both are, because both are in the same car, so both are moving with the same speed. With respect to B, the position of A is not changing. That's why it is at rest. Okay, but
Yes.
with respect to C, the position of the A is changing. That's why we are saying that it is in motion. Now I think this is clear to all of you. Yeah, Shatrick.
It is respective to the observer, no, sir.
Yes, yes, correct. That is the correct statement, Satvik, that either any object which is at rest or which is at motion, that is only decided with respect to observer, that which observer is it. First, we have to decide which is the observer, then we can tell the answer that if body is at rest or is in motion.
According to the observer, it will be keep on changing, right?
Yes, 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 correct, Satvik. Entire earth is at constant motion, so we all are at the rest. Yeah, we can say RF, we can say. So write down the definition here. First of all, write down this. Then, so what we can say? So that observer is known as the one beautiful term here. That is the reference frame. That is what? That is the reference frame. What is the meaning of the reference frame? Is that those who is just visualizing the body, that is known as the reference frame. Okay, that who is responsible for, who is just study about the motion, about the body that is either at rest or at the motion, that is known as the reference frame. So write down the definition of the reference frame. A body with respect to, who is responsible for, study of motion of object is called reference frame. Is called a reference frame, or in general term we are using what? Observer. Okay, in general term we are using what? That is the observer. Yes, Shatvik, ask a doubt.
Sir, now I have a doubt. This, if I am an observer and you are in my screen, right?
Yeah.
You are moving your hand and you are doing some actions from there. Is it a type of motion?
Yeah, it is a motion that you can. Let's suppose if my hand is going from here to here, here to here, that means what? The position with respect to you, the position of my hand is changing.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so you can say that the hand of the sir is in motion. Okay, but
sir, if the observer is in the motion, if the observer is only moving, like he is traveling in a car, he is a driver and watching a stationary object, like he's watching a tree outside.
Yeah.
Now, according to him, is the tree in motion or that road, or what will be in the motion according to that observer?
According to that observer, that tree is in motion. Okay, let's suppose if we are going by the train, we see that the station is moving in the backward direction.
Yeah.
Okay. So with respect to observer, that is all correct, that the station is moving in the backward direction. That's why, see, our language is what? We are not saying that we are about to reach Delhi. We are saying that Delhi is about to reach us. Okay, that we are always saying that Delhi is about to reach. Okay, so that Delhi is moving. We are saying the Hyderabad station is moving. We are saying like this. We are not saying that we are moving, because we are saying with respect to ourselves. Okay, when we are sitting in a car, then we can say that the tree is moving in the backward direction, then the tree is at rest. So anything which is at, either it is at rest or it is in motion, that is decided by the observer. Okay. So this is the most important part, that either anything is at rest or anything is in motion, that is decided by the reference frame. Generally, if nothing is mentioned that what is the reference frame, we will see that observer at rest. That is the general thing. General observer is what? A observer which is at rest. Okay, that is with respect to ground. Okay, so write down the definition of the rest. Time is over. Okay, no problem. Your next class is at what time? Is at 2 p.m. Okay, okay. Just leave it. I'm just asking one question. That can we say that the same object is at rest and the same object is in motion? Can we say this? How many of you are agree that yes, sir, we can say that the same object is at rest and the same object is in motion? Wow. Depending on the observer. Good, good. Wow, good. It means this shows that your physics is going to be very strong subject. Okay, and physics is going to be your most, you can say, the favorite subject, because you know